Welcome to the Eutaw Street Banter Podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode here on the Eutaw Street Banter Podcast. I'm Cody. With me, like always, is Elijah. What's up, bro?
Not too much, just making it through another day.
Another day, another dollar.
It's Monday. We don't got any Orioles baseball, so we cannot lose today.
Thank goodness. Obviously, hopefully you're listening to this on Sunday. On Sunday. On Tuesday. Wow. Yeah, we're going back in time. Yeah, or we're taking forever to get this podcast out. So
if it's a Sunday and you're listening to this, either you're really late or Cody really dropped the ball.
Yeah, or it might be Wednesday you're listening to this because who knows when this goes out. But man, we have a heck of a week coming to us. The Baltimore Orioles obviously are off on Tuesday. We're back
off on Monday.
Off on Monday. It's Tuesday. I'm way off, man. What a week. Wait, man, I don't know about you, but it's hot. We're here, and I got sunburnt, and I'm burning up right now.
Yeah, it's definitely not that hot here. I know me and my roommate and a couple other friends, we did do some stuff outside today because it's so nice, but it was still only about 60 and cloudy. So Pennsylvania's still waiting for some of the sunny weather.
Still some of the sun. I hear you. Well, are you ready to get into some news?
Absolutely.
Let's get into some around the world MLB and sports news.
Yeah, you couldn't say just the MLB because I do have one of these that's outside just because I was telling Cody just a few seconds ago. I think this is an outrageous situation, and I don't even understand how we've come to this in the sports world, but obviously college football and college sports as a whole has changed a lot with the new revelation of NIL. People want money. And someone that really wants a lot of money for his worth is Nico Iamaleava. And you want to know what he told Tennessee, Cody?
What did he tell him?
He went and just read his last name and said, Iamaleava.
Iamaleava.
Well, no, he didn't really say that. They kind of got rid of him. He came to them after missing some practices and some mandatory meetings, said, you know how you paid me $2 million to be a college athlete? I'm not paying for my rooming, school. I got my free scooter to ride around on campus. No call. I'm sure he got free. He pays for nothing in his life, probably. Right. And he was getting $2 million to play football last year. And he wanted $4 million. He wanted to double that. And I will say, I looked at his stats. I don't think if there was an NFL quarterback that he should deserve $4 million for his stat line. Like, he didn't do that great last. Like, he did good. But his last game of the season that he almost held on because of NIL troubles against, I think it was like Ohio State or something like that, he didn't do great. He did not, like 100 passing yards, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of issues with the whole NIL college. I mean, college basketball is getting crushed with it right now.
Oh, yeah. And this is where I do understand it because I can tell you right now, if I was a college football player, I'd be doing that right now, 100%. Because if you're Nico Iamaleava, and you're saying, I might not make it to the NFL, I need as much money now as possible. Like, I don't know, doubling your NIL and going to $4 million is kind of crazy. But I understand wanting to go get the bag, wanting to go get as much money as possible while you're in college because you don't know where the future takes you. But it's kind of just, it's ruining college sports. And if you're looking at it like this, that it's a job now, then what's the point of even having classes anymore? You're going to, do we soon start seeing students not even be students anymore? And literally just, which they're barely students as it is. Let's be honest.
Yeah, when I played baseball and people went to college to play, right? You know how you got paid? Scholarships.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole not having to pay $90,000 to go to college, that was you getting paid.
No, absolutely.
My thing is, a lot of people's not going to agree with me, and that's fine. But I've lived this life. But if you get NIL money, you forfeit your scholarship.
Oh, 100%. No, I do agree.
Because here's why. I think that scholarship money should then go to people not getting NIL. There's so many kids out there playing sports right now that have to pay their tuition and they don't get any NIL money, right? And they're the ones getting screwed. The people that are doing well off this are the people that were doing well without the NIL.
Because let's be honest.
Anyway.
Well, between that and let's be honest, the top D1 players were getting money on the side from their coaches, and they were getting it some other way. Like not as much as there is now with NIL. But I saw some breakdown that currently I think it's Duke's roster right now is almost worth like $10 or $20 million. And that's just ridiculous. And I know I will say,
I'm getting mad.
I'll say one more thing is that I go to a D3 school. My football team made it to the quarterfinals of the D3 football national championship. I guarantee you any of them would My quarterback right now in my school, I guarantee if you told him he wouldn't have to pay anything to go to the University of Tennessee and play football, even if he was a redshirt, I bet you he'd take it almost.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that simple. That's the love of the game isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we'll move into baseball, which this isn't good baseball, but it's baseball. So I don't know if you guys really remember or how familiar with when in 2019, tragically, Tyler Skaggs passed away. It was due to a drug overdose, and there was a whole lawsuit between it. Matt Harvey, a former Oriole, was actually involved in it. Eventually was suspended and stuff, but the main culprit, or at least the scapegoat, I'll say, because I'm going to be honest, I feel like there's more people behind this than just the one, is Eric Kay. He was sentenced to 22 years in prison. Well, it just was recently found out, I saw this in an Athletic article, that the Angels are actually funding his legal costs. That after they fired him, they started distancing themselves, but now they've kind of gone back. And when I read the Athletic, it seems like they're doing this because it's going to be closer to a joint trial, because it seems like the Angels are about to have some lawsuits against them for some civil trials for wrongful death. So I'm not exactly well-versed in my law knowledge. I'm here on a sports media degree at my school. I'm not in pre-law, but it's some fishy stuff going on with the Angels. And for how terrible their owner is at being an owner, I feel bad for the Angels fans. I feel bad for Tyler Skaggs' family. It's an unfortunate situation that's just being drug out more and more.
I agree.
Now, some good news. It was announced today. I actually saw this in my class when my class, and I got to talk to a Yankees fan right after this. He was hyped. So Aaron Judge is going to be the captain of Team USA for the 2026 World Baseball Classic. I know, as Orioles fans, we hate the Yankees, and I hate the Yankees. I do. I'm not ashamed to admit it, but I like Aaron Judge. You can't say anything about his character. He's a great guy. Sure, he dropped the ball in center. He dropped that ball in Game 5 of the World Series. I'm going to make fun of him for it, but he's the best hitter on the planet. And he can't hurt. Why wasn't he there last time? Well, the Yankees don't really like their players playing. This is going back to the beginning of the World Baseball Classic as a concept. But I think this is awesome. I'm hoping we have a lot more players this year play, actually. Because if you look at Japan had their best players playing. Any other country had literally the best that it could get for them. Whereas America, did we have Lance Lynn? Like, no offense to Lance Lynn, but in 2022, Lance Lynn wasn't the best pitcher that we could have had out there. Like, where was Corbin Burns? We could have Garrett Crochet. Is he going to opt out? I don't know. That's besides the point. But the roster got announced. Head coach again is going to be Mark DeRosa, which I am psyched about. I met him in Dallas a couple months ago. He's a great guy. He's a great baseball mind. And then you got the 2023 NL Coach of the Year. Skip Schumacher is going to be the bench coach. He won that with the Marlins when he took them to the playoffs. Andy Pettitte is the pitching coach, which everyone knows who Andy Pettitte is. Matt Holliday is the hitting coach. That's also another big name. And then you got Freddie Gonzalez, who used to work for the Orioles. David Ross, Cubs manager and catcher. More than just the Cubs, obviously. But then you have Michael Young, Brian McCann. They round out the rest of the staff. And then Dino Ebel and George Lombard are your first and third base coaches. They are current coaches in the league as well. So we got quite a bit of people here, which I think it's going to be an awesome world. I love the World Baseball Classic. I thought it's awesome.
Oh, I do too. It really like psychs you up for the MLB season. But yeah, Mark DeRosa is one of my favorite baseball minds. And I back you, man. It's going to be great to actually root for Aaron Judge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, as an Orioles fan, I'm going to root for him. And then, you know, he's going to chase one in the dirt because that's what Orioles do.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Yeah. But and then another thing that's happening that just came out is that MLB and team owners have been secretly meeting to discuss the salary cap in this idea. And I will tell you this now. The last time the CBA discussed there was a lockout, the season was not delayed. I would put my money on it that by March 31st, there is no baseball in 2026 or 2027. Sorry. Guarantee it. Because the owners are going to want a salary cap. And the players union will not do that. I think we could see a full year without baseball, honestly. I am genuinely worried about that.
Yeah, I agree.
And I for selfish reasons, I'm going to be worried about too, because it's Adley's last season in 2027. So could you imagine that we don't even get to see him play for the last season as of now? But I think it's disgusting. The players union, I'll side with the players union more often than not. Most of the time, they're reasonable what they want. I think Tony Clark, the head of it, he's a pretty smart guy, and I think the salary cap is not a good idea. I don't think it is. I know some people do, some people don't.
Yeah.
Some people complain about the competitive stuff with the Dodgers, but what if instead of putting a salary cap, we have a floor? It's that simple. Every team has to spend so much money.
Yeah.
Well, that's forcing the Rays and the Orioles and other teams to actually spend.
Yeah, no, I think the only problem is it would just move the issues up a little bit. I mean, I think then the ceiling for the big teams will be even higher, and the Orioles and all the Rays and all them would just do exactly the bottom. I think the issue is it's very unbalanced right now. It's the most unbalanced in sports. The other issue is, I mean, my argument is the NFL did it. People like to argue that it didn't work, but you know what? The Cowboys would win every year because they would just have keep buying people and keep buying people and keep buying people. A small team like Green Bay Packers wouldn't be able to compete. The Kansas City Chiefs wouldn't be able to compete. The Patriots could. They're a big market. Your Jets, the Jets would win. New York teams, big market teams would be able to get whoever they wanted. There's issues.
I'm going to be honest. The Jets are probably going to be bad in every world.
But I don't know. There's issues with a salary cap. There's issues without a salary cap. We need to figure something out. But the players union only cares about how much players can make, and I mean that's their,
which I mean that's
their
the
job,
whole. But
right?
I mean when you think about it, you may see the word players in front of it, but at the end of the day, it is still a union.
It's the players union.
And I don't see a way that baseball gets paid in 2027 without there being a salary cap and a floor. I don't think the players union will agree to a cap without there being a floor, though. I do understand. I think that's going to be at least a thing, but I'm not smart enough to even comprehend what they're going to try to do. Because they play their dirty games that the owners do. And the union's going to play dirty too. That's just, it's business. Like, this is the business side of baseball.
The issue I have is they should be working now.
Oh, but well, I mean, that would be what common sense says is maybe since the last one, they didn't end on great terms on the last one, so they should be consistently working on it now. But that'd be too easy. And then moving on, we got a little bit of Oriole stuff before I get to my trivia. And it's Kobe Mayo is on a 9-plate appearance base streak going into Monday. And I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's great.
He's crushing it.
It's great. I just wish he could get a hit in the majors.
Yeah. Not go like 2 for 40 or whatever he went.
Yeah, it's a great place for the Marlins, and
and does amazing. Yeah, he's an all-star.
Make magic happen with Emily at Blue Crab Travel, your Disney vacation expert. Ready to experience the wonder of Disney? Let her help you plan the ultimate Disney getaway. Whether you're heading to Disneyland, Walt Disney World, or a Disney cruise, she has you covered. Emily can take care of custom Disney itineraries, tailored to your family's needs and preferences. She also can help find you exclusive discounts on Disney hotels, tickets, and packages. Imagine a stress-free vacation with hassle-free booking for accommodations, dining reservations, and fast passes. From character meet and greets to thrilling rides, Emily will make sure every moment is unforgettable. Email Emily Jones today at emilyjones@bluecrabtravel.com to start planning your dream Disney vacation.
All right.
Okay.
It's the best part of the day. It's Elijah's trivia.
And I told Cody that I've got a great one. I've got a whole Google Doc full of different random names and stuff. So
okay.
I said, it's World Baseball Classic. I had the stuff about it. I'm like, I want to dig deep on World Baseball Classic. So obviously, let's be honest. Everyone knows Adam Jones was a member of Team USA, right? That was pretty simple. He made that great catch against Manny. Cedric Mullins was in it. He actually, I think, had like double or triple or something like that. He didn't do bad in it this past year. So you can include those two in the numbers, but how many Orioles have played for Team USA since the World Baseball Classic started in 2006? I won't even make you do the names. Just start with a number.
3.
No.
More?
So it's 5.
Dang it.
So 5 counting Cedric Mullins and Adam Jones. Do you have any clue who the other 3 are?
Has to be pitcher, right? I mean,
2 of them are pitchers. One's a position player.
Can you give me the position?
The position. Well, he was in the booth on Sunday, broadcasting.
Brian Roberts?
Yes, he was in it in 2009, and then there was a pitcher with him in 2009 and someone in 2017.
Starting pitcher?
Starting pitcher in 2009.
Eric Bedard?
Jeremy Guthrie.
Eric Bedard's way too late. My bad. Jeremy Guthrie. Wow, I didn't know that.
And then you had Michael Givens in 2017.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't either. And then I did the math. Including those, there have been 34 players to play for other countries throughout it. Eric Bedard played for Team Canada in 2006, I will say.
Wow.
So yeah, there's a lot of interesting names. I did like a complete deep dive. A lot of minor league players, I will say, but like Jonathan Scope played with his brother. What was his brother's name? It was something weird. Charlton Scope. They both played for the Netherlands. We've had some Team Israel support with
Kelly.
Richard Dwyer, Dean Kramer.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who else has played. There's been a couple other guys, a lot of Australians, a couple of Mexicans, Venezuelans, like Javi Lopez was Puerto Rico. Baltimore, Venezuela.
A guy that I used to, when I used to work at the Shorebirds and got to know, Ty Kelly. He played for team. I forget what team he played on, but that was pretty cool to see him play.
Yeah. So it's definitely. I don't know if you realize this, but in 2017 we actually had someone play for Team China.
Really?
Yeah, Zhu Gaiyan. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong, but the one that I do like that we had play is Eugene. Was it Eugene Kingsale, who played in 2006. Last played an MLB game in 2003. He actually played for the Orioles from 1996 to 2000. Totaled about like 40 games and did very bad. He has a negative .8 career WAR. But and then did you know that Seth Lugo played for Team Puerto Rico?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. And then I want you to, I'm going to throw out a name. Tell me what team they played for. Ashley Scott. This is a guy. Ashley Scott.
Ashley Scott, he clearly played for Team Australia.
Team South Africa.
That's close.
Yeah, played for Team South Africa while attending Tacoma Community College.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I did like a deep dive today, just like me wanting to read through a whole bunch of stuff on different Wikipedia pages and found some interesting stuff.
Yeah. All right, here's my trivia real quick. All right. What MLB player has broken up? I hope you didn't hear this one.
I know I have heard this one.
I
will say, I know what he's about to say, and I guessed it before the answer was revealed in the video. I saw this.
All right, so if you haven't heard this, what MLB player has broken up 81 no-hitters with 81 home runs? And this is pretty crazy because I didn't know this guy did this,
See, the only reason I got this right is because I knew he did it. And if you think about it, well, how do you break up a no-hitter with a home run? You could also reword it differently. He broke up 81 perfect games with a home run, and it's Ricky Henderson, the great late Ricky Henderson, because he had 81 leadoff home runs. And that's the way I got it. It's because I knew he had 81 leadoff home runs.
Yeah, and who's second to him?
Second is George Springer.
God sakes.
Yeah.
God.
I will say I know a lot about that because I believe third is like, I don't remember who third is. I think it might be like Alfonso Soriano or something like that.
Man.
But I did a deep dive on people like leadoff home run leaders because Gunnar Henderson last year at like 6 of them. And I was like, I wonder if he keeps his pace up for like a few years where he could get. So I think realistically, if Gunnar stays a leadoff hitter for like 10, 12 years, I think he could get to second place. I don't know if he could ever catch Ricky, which no one could catch Ricky. Ricky was Ricky, but
yeah. I mean, not literally nobody could catch Ricky.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's dive into our weekly segment of the box scores. Yeah. If you don't want to hear this, you can skip forward about 8 minutes. Okay. So here's the box scores from last week up until Sunday. All right. We're going to dive into April 8th. The Orioles played the Diamondbacks and we lose. We lose 4-3. Why did we lose, Cody? Oh, Charlie Morton was on the mound. He goes 5 innings, gives up 4 runs. Guess what, everybody? That's the best game he's had all year. 5 walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 home run. Just not good enough. Merle Kelly pitches for the Diamondbacks. He does well. I mean, goes 6 innings, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 earned. The Orioles get out of the game with only 4 hits, 3 runs, 1 error. It just wasn't pretty. We didn't do hardly anything. It was a boring game to watch. Well, not really, actually. At first, the Orioles, I thought we were going to do great because we scored 2 in the first inning. And then in the bottom of the first, Charlie Morton goes ahead and like pretty much walks the bases loaded.
Yeah, I will say, we were both watching this game separately, and when it happened, I was texting him, making sure he was watching it, and I did say that I believe I could go out there and give up less walks than Charlie Morton, because I watched him throw 8 straight balls.
It was terrible. It was so terrible. It was like one of those things where you're like, oh, dude, we got a chance tonight, and then you're like, oh, God, it's Charlie Morton pitching. Maybe he'll have.
I'm being fully honest. If Charlie Morton knew where the ball was going, he would be good, because his curveball is great.
Yeah,
it's either literally letters high for a home run or in the dirt.
Yeah, I'm sure you said it. I think it was you, but it's one of those things where it's almost like it's a young pitcher. You know what I mean? Like a young pitcher that's coming up, and they're throwing hard. They got good movement, but they're just not accurate. But that's how he's pitching right now. It's so. Moving on to the next game. Again against the Diamondbacks. This one is even worse. Everybody. Dean Kramer's on the mound. He just didn't have it. Who would have thought? He goes 4 2/3. That's about the average of our pitching staff. 4 2/3 gives up 6 earned, only 4 strikeouts. Good news. We brought Cianel Perez to kind of stop the bloodbath, and obviously he didn't. But he did the best he's done all year. He goes an inning and a third and only gives up 1. So we lose that game 9-0, only 4 hits. So it didn't matter if they only scored 1, I guess, because obviously we didn't score. They had Brandon Pfaadt on the mound, and he looked like a god. You know what I mean? He goes 6 innings, only 4 hits given up. It's just one of those things, man, where our offense just isn't there and just looks pathetic. And then our pitching staff is following suit right behind them, looking the same. But good news, because on Thursday we had a day off. We didn't lose that day. Friday, God said, you know what? You can have another day off because we're going to give you rain. So we didn't lose that day. Saturday, it's Saturday. Everybody's enjoying their day. My daughter's birthday party. We have it on the TV. Everything's going good. Was it Bowden Francis is pitching for the Blue Jays. We have Sugano on the mound. And it's the 3rd inning. Sagano's given up 3 runs in every single inning. You just feel like, well, they're going to score 9. But he is able to stop the bleeding after 4 2/3. He gets pulled, but he gives up 3 earned. But the Orioles do come back in the 5th, score 2, and the 6th scored 3. The Orioles end up going into the 9th inning with a 5-4 lead. And Elijah, what happens? Do you know this?
When we have a 5-4 lead?
Yeah, what happens?
I know it's What did happen? It's almost like is it mountain time?
It's mountain time. Felix Bautista comes in. He does walk 2. He does make it extremely scary, right? But he strikes out Bo Bichette to win the game and gets his first save of the season, first save in like some crazy amount of days. It was great to see him. He didn't have his best stuff. We haven't seen his best stuff all year. Remember, though, we still kind of rushed him in. I mean, he hasn't had many minor league appearances to come back. Yeah. So he's kind of doing his minor league assignment with the Baltimore Orioles right now.
Oh, yeah.
But
I will say one last thing about this game. Absolutely. Is we had our orange jerseys. What do you think about that?
I think they're a lot. I think
it's definitely a lot. I don't know if I like them.
I think the biggest thing is we're just paying homage to the old Orioles jerseys.
Yeah.
It's like
they did know how to win back then, so maybe that'll help.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, we won, so I think we should wear them. We
won.
We lose.
We won that game. Yes. Moving on to Sunday. Okay. Saturday, I felt like we weren't going to win the whole time, right? And we end up pulling it off. Sunday, if you watch this game, you thought we were going to win the whole game. I mean, I just felt like we dominated. We did well. Cade Povich comes in, pitches 4 2/3. Should have pitched 5 or 6.
Robinson Chirinos, who was the acting manager at the time, because Brandon Hyde rightfully got thrown out because the umpire was terrible to Jordan Westberg. Jordan Westberg got rung up twice on 2 balls. I was yelling at my phone for Jordan Westberg. Yeah. But Robinson Chirinos must have taken the same like crash course on managing that Brandon Hyde did, because they just don't know how to let a pitcher throw 5 innings.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on, because it was one of those things where, I mean, we went through 7 pitchers, right? And if your pitcher can't even get you through half the game, we're screwed.
Well, it's not even between that. It's the fact that we bring Brian Baker in to get the last out in the 5th inning, and that's all he throws.
Yeah, I agree.
He's been our best reliever of the year. He's done, I think it's 7 in the 3rd. Yeah, he's done 7 in the 3rd inning and given up 1 run, 1 earned run. Why don't we just ride him out? Like, give him another inning.
Yeah, and then, I mean, obviously Gregory Soto comes in, he blows it. He's been good this year. I'm not saying that.
This is his first stumble.
Yeah, so he goes 2/3 of an inning, gives up 3 runs. Yeah. That's what loses the game. And Cano cannot stop runs from scoring at third. If they're at third and he comes in with less than 2 outs, they're scoring. So
he can't come in, like, he is great if he starts an inning, but he cannot come in during an inning. Cannot come in during the middle of an inning.
No. So Mountcastle has his first home run on this game. If you watch the game, he hits a home run over the left field wall, which isn't a home run in any other MLB stadium.
There's a unicorn one.
Yeah, so he's loving that new wall out there. O'Neill had his second home run. Obviously, like I said, we lose this game. And it was just one of those things where it was just like the Orioles found a way to lose. You know what I mean? And this is where I'm annoyed. Okay. Because I know we're going to get into it more, but I just don't trust this team. Man, I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what annoys me too is the fact that we couldn't score with the runner on second in the bottom of the 10th. I don't understand how a major league team doesn't get. I don't understand why. I don't understand a lot of things about this team, but how do we just not genuinely? You hit a grab. They teach that in Little League.
Yeah.
Moving a runner over from second base and then putting the ball in play to get him to score. Like that. That's a simple thing used to coach a travel ball team. I guarantee you win over plays like that and what you're supposed to do in that scenario. Like, this is a major rule in baseball. How do you not know? I understand if you need to score more than one run. I get that because your goal isn't to move that runner over. But it's so frustrating. Then you have Jeff Hoffman blowing a kiss to the dugout, which that makes me angry because he didn't do it when he first struck him out. He waited till he was back with his dugout with his whole team to protect him and then did it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it is, when, he gets hurt and, we don't have to pay.
Yeah, when the Blue Jays are $40 million in the trash.
All right.
You weren't the only team that did that.
Yeah.
The Braves didn't want him either.
We got 3 debates today that we want to talk about. The first debate that...
when we say debate, we're probably going to agree on most things.
Yeah.
It's just a question we're going to bring up and discuss.
Let's, hey, Elijah, you know what we should do? We should banter about these questions.
We should banter?
Oh!
Should we do it like on Eutaw Street?
Oh, yeah. No, that costs too much. No, so the first question is, like I said, you can put your comments below, or you can send us an email. Let us know, EutawStreetBanter at gmail.com. Do you trust the Baltimore Orioles bullpen? What do you think, Elijah?
A hesitant yes is what I'll give it. I trust most of our bullpen in most situations. Felix Bautista's still not healthy, so you kind of give him the benefit of the doubt, but he didn't look bad. He's had really one bad outing so far. I'll give it to him. Keegan Aiken has looked rough, but he's been the workhorse. He's pitched a lot of innings. Brian Baker's amazing. Brian Baker for president. He can be our Cy Young right now. I don't care. He is huge. Sir Anthony Dominguez is doing great. Still hasn't given up a run. Soto, I don't know what it is about Gregory Soto, but even when he's doing good, I don't trust him. Like, I don't feel good when he's pitching. And that's nothing against him. I just don't. Obviously, he did bad, but whatever. Matt Bowman, I don't trust at all. I don't know why. I just don't. It's just, I think he's the one guy in their bullpen that there's something I'm not going to rest easy if he's pitching. Like, I saw we brought him in like the 9th or the 10th inning, whatever it was for this past game. I was like, why are we bringing him in right now? I understand it's because we use pretty much every single reliever in our bullpen. Cano, I trust, like I said, just as long as it's the beginning of an inning. CNL Perez should be off this team. He's honestly hurting our bullpen so much right now. And I love CNL Perez, but we have enough pitchers in the minor leagues that we could replace him. I think he's out of options, so we would have to DFA him. But with his performance right now, I don't even know if someone would claim him.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, all right. So the statistician would say that we have a great bullpen and that you should trust them. Correct? Like they look, statistic wise, they look great. Here's my issue. I watch the games and I just don't trust them at all. That has nothing to do with stats.
That's how I am with some of them. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's my issue. Like, I'm just like, how are we going to blow it? How are we going to blow it? And obviously, you know why I think our bullpen's doing so well? The game's blown before they even get in there. So,
I mean, it does help when they're down by 3 runs to start. So it's like, if I give up one more run, what's really the hurt?
I mean, what's crazy is how much you're getting used. Keegan Aiken has pitched 8 innings already. That doesn't feel like a lot. All right, let's think about this. Charlie Morton's pitched in 3. He started 3 games. He's pitched 13 innings, right? So you got a guy that's relieving, pitching 1 or 2 innings a game, and you got Charlie Morton, who is starting games, hopefully going 6 innings a game, and he's not. Very annoying. I'd say that the guy that I trust the most is Cano, even though I was dogging on him. I obviously don't I don't I don't know who else I want him to come in.
Yeah.
Who else I want to come in with a man on third?
No, I'm going to be honest. At this point, I can't believe I'm even going to say this. I trust Brian Baker the most. If you had told me that I was going to say that at any point last season, I would have slapped myself in the face because I have not liked Brian Baker, but he looks so good this year. Yeah. And he's got that new grip on the changeup or whatever. He looks confident. He feels good. Like I fully trust him right now.
Yeah, I mean, between him, Sir Anthony Dominguez has pitched 7 innings, given up 1 hit.
Yeah.
Brian Baker has pitched 7 1/3, given up 4 hits, only 1 run. Then you got, Cano, who hasn't given up an earned run, but that's crap because he's given other people's their earned run. But he's done fine, 6 innings. But it's one of those things, man. I don't have a reason. Like, so if your argument is, Cody, look at the stats. I'm looking at them, man. I get it. Like, I get it.
And this is the problem, too. You look at the stats and say, yeah, sure, it's fine. But what happens when in 3 months, because our starters can't make it past the 5th inning, half of these guys are hurt or they're just overused? That's going to happen if we don't. Like, I don't even know, because we've gotten to the point where our bullpen really doesn't have many options. So you're going to have to DFA guys to get rid of them, which means they might go to other teams. And it's just, I don't know. It's our rotation's the problem, but we're not talking about the rotation right now. I don't want to talk about the rotation. We've talked about them all now. Like,
yeah, I mean, so I like I said, I don't have a reason to not trust them. For some reason, I just don't. And that's not fair to them. It's not fair to the stats. It's just, I watch them every day, and I just don't feel comfortable.
I'm comfortable saying right now that at this point of the season, our bullpen's been the best part of the team.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's what you say. If you break down the team in 3 spots, offense, pitching, like bullpen and starters, bullpen's been the best.
Absolutely.
Of the team.
And that drives into our next segment where can we make the playoffs with our current roster? And Elijah had a good point. Elijah made this question, and he's like, "That's including hopefully we get some people back."
No. I meant that's saying like as it is today, with Kittredge isn't back till July, Grayson's not back till who knows when, Bradish isn't back till July. Like, I mean, Eflin's still on the 15-day IL. Like, if we make no external changes, if the only changes are you got Kobe Mayo, you got Brandon Young and Thad Ward and a couple other people. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. I'll let you go first.
Okay. Let me do a calculation here. All right. No. It says no down here. So I was going on the calculator there, and it said 78 and 84 was our record. No, I'm just kidding. But it feels like it. I mean, there's not a. Okay, I listen to a lot of Orioles podcasts. They do a great job. I listen to Brandon Hyde's post-game interviews. He does a great job. I read Rock Kabako, the beat writer for the Orioles, and he's the best. They're all really good at staying calm. I'm not calm right now. This is a panic, Cody. Like, no. Like, if you're watching this team and going, oh yeah, they're good. They're good. You've lost your freaking mind. So only, I swear, it feels like only Orioles fans do this. We're completely okay with mediocrity. And I say that because, Elijah, tell me your favorite years as an Oriole fan.
2014.
How do we do? How many playoff games did we win? I mean, series.
One series.
Oh, and that's the best. That's the highlight of the Baltimore Orioles. That's the best Orioles team of all time.
You know what I just thought of? So you remember how
with that.
Remember how months ago we made the podcast episode about the 2015 team?
Yeah.
We put that out there. This feels like 2015.
It sure does.
Because you have a great season, 2023, 24. Sum that up in 2014, whatever. You have a great team that's going to just go and do a lot. And you're slapped in the face and nope, nothing.
Nope. And what gets me,
we thought we had a bright future with Adam Jones, Manny Machado, everyone, the legends, right? That's what the team I grew up with, and it was all down the drain in 2 years.
Yeah,
summed up with the Ubaldo Jimenez giving up a home run to Edwin Encarnacion in a wildcard game in 2016. That was the end of it, and we're feeling like we're getting dangerously close to there.
Yeah, and the thing that ticks me off is every Orioles fan saw the signings and went, "What the crap?"
Yep.
Like, and the front office is like, "Oh, I can't believe Charlie Morton's not working out. I can't believe this is not working out." Really?
This is what we all expected.
Like, really? Like, what are you thinking? Like,
Because
what are Orioles fans? Are you really excited to go and get your our owner's bobblehead? Because
that makes me angry. I saw that. Like,
are you excited about that? But, hey, yeah, we got the rich guy that still has all his money, and we still are just not doing nothing. Every team is signing all of their studs up for 7-8 years. Not Orioles. And then you have Corbin Burns tell you that the Orioles wouldn't go an extra year for him. And I'm like, oh, thank God, because you know who we got for the extra year. We got Charlie Morton. Yeah. We because if we went that extra year, we wouldn't have been able to get Charlie Morton. And then, oh my God, right?
Yeah.
And that sucks. This dude Charlie Morton he's won a World Series. He has so much going for him. My man just doesn't have it. Like, he just doesn't.
And then again, like, I'll be fully honest, I can see potential in Charlie Morton if he could know where he was throwing the ball.
Yeah, Charlie Morton was great. Here's the key thing: is Charlie Morton was great. He was a great pitcher. He's just not a great pitcher now. But
he's 41, 42, 43, whatever he is.
It's fine. But it's just so frustrating because I'm so sick of being on social media and Orioles fans go, "Oh, you're not real Orioles fans because you don't believe." I'm like, dude, I'm 30-some years of believing, okay? And I'm done. Because if the ownership doesn't believe, then why do I keep trying?
Yep.
How about you, Elijah? I'm sure you're gonna be. Yeah, man. I think we go all the way. We're not gonna lose another game all year.
I think I could see like 120 game. Like we might be able to get to like beat the 0-1 Mariners win record. Like, I think we're gonna go. No, I'm kidding.
And we also can't even hit.
Yeah, like that is frustrating. It's not that we can't hit. It's just we only hit in like the first to the third inning and maybe sometimes the 8th or 9th. Sometimes. And that's only like every other game, though. Because I don't know if you're aware, we still haven't won 2 games in a row. Have not won a series yet. We've only split 2 series against the Blue Jays. Other than that, we've lost every series. And we lost to a series against the Red Sox, who just got their butts kicked by the White Sox. I don't even know anymore because I look at it from the outside perspective before the season started. I can understand why we thought we were going to have Grayson. I think if we had Grayson and Eflin right now, healthy, we're floating enough to stay alive. But it's to the point that I don't even know how to save this team. Because I saw quotes from Jordan Westbrook from the day, is that when you get to this point and you're losing a lot, you're trying to stay to that identity that you built in spring training, that you worked so hard to get to and to understand, to get everyone on the same page. And my only thing that I thought of is it's not working, so why can't we just change it? The identity is not working. It's not. I don't know what's going on. Right. I don't know. I'm getting to the point where I don't even know if it's Brandon Hyde's fault, but we might need to fire him.
Yeah.
And I know there's going to be people that come after me for saying that. Well, something needs to change drastically.
Yeah, the only problem with that is I think if Brandon Hyde gets fired, then Chirinos is the coach, or Buck Britton's going to get brought in for the rest of the remainder, and nothing's going to change, right? I think the only thing that's going to happen is like a scare tactic for the rest of the team.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's. I think it's they're so heavily involved in metrics and stats that's how this whole team is run. Yeah. And that's not him. That's the office beside him telling him what he's going to do.
No, I think I would love for us to be done with Elias and Co. because they have done an amazing job at getting us past the rebuild and with studs. But we're to the point where we can't just, there's no rebuild anymore. You can't tear down what you got now. You got it. You get to the point where you were in the valley, you've climbed up the mountain, and you're not quite at the summit yet. You just need to keep pushing. But now we're just sliding right back down.
Yeah, I don't know. like I know you jumped into the Orioles management and their reliability. So I'm at the point. I'm not done with Elias. I don't think so. I still want to give him a chance. I want to give the ownership a chance to save this. I don't know how they save this, but I also have to put a little bit on the players. I mean, I need Cedric Mullins to not be the best hitter on my team.
No. Cedric Mullins can be the best hitter on the team.
No,
because I will
Hunter
say,
Henderson needs to be the best hitter on the team.
No. What I'm trying to say,
Jackson Holiday needs to be the best.
I understand they need to be the best hitter, but if Cedric Mullins keeps on doing what he did, he's doing just as good as what Gunnar Henderson did last year.
Yeah.
So it's if we have Gunnar Henderson and Cedric Mullins having the same production, I'm fine with that. It's just you can't have Cedric Mullins up here and then the rest of everything.
Yeah, I mean, and then when Cedric Mullins is playing for somebody else next year because we won't give him 4 years, that's going to be that.
I guarantee you, Cedric Mullins would come back on a 2-year deal. I'm not even kidding. I guarantee you he would.
I don't know. I say if we keep it up, we trade him at trade deadline.
I said that at the beginning of the year. Yeah. I think that I don't understand. I would love to know the thought process of everything. But
you know how I know Orioles fans are fed up? Next time home game, turn it on. Look at the stands.
There's no one. I love it. I think it's how it should be. Don't go if we're not going to do anything. Why do you raise the ticket prices and expect more people to come if you're not going to put good product on the field? You can't. Look at the White Sox. Last year, they were awful. They were selling month pass you could go to 12 games in a month for $10. That's what you do when you're bad.
It's just frustrating. I mean, can we go on a 10-game run? I don't know. I would say yes if we had a decent starting pitcher. I'd say could we go on a 10-game run? Our offense could give us the quality offensive support to do that. But can our pitching, our starting staff, contain that? I don't know if they can.
I don't even know if we could get above 500 before we get Grayson back. I don't know if that's possible. Because I don't see us getting a 10-game stretch where we can go 7-3 or 8-2.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, I know. Like I said, the only thing I can think of is I think Sagano can get better. He had a rough game. He had the worst game of his career last year. I mean, last game. But I think he can give you quality pitching. We know Dean Kramer can give you a quality start. We know that. Well, we hope that Gibson can get here and give us a quality start.
Yes,
right.
I want Morton gone though.
But Morton's not going to give you. But the problem is, Elijah. You know what we haven't seen yet? Who's that guy? Every year we have that guy, right? That guy that comes out of nowhere.
Maybe that guy's going to be Brian Baker.
I don't know.
I mean, you'll say last year was Albert Suarez. The year before it was Yenier Cano and Batista. But I think that guy might be Baker. That's the only one that I can see being remotely close to that guy. Unless Cedric Mullins is going to be that guy and just put the team on his back this year.
Yeah.
I know I said A Brit Does Baseball has some interesting stuff they do on their social media that we had Gary on a long time ago. And they had some like hot take stuff. And I said for my hot take, Cedric Mullins is your center fielder for AL All-Star game. Yeah. I still believe that. Yeah. He's one of the best hitters in baseball right now.
You know who I'm excited to see? I think this isn't like written in stone, but I think a spot start is coming. And I think Brandon Young's going to get it.
I love that.
And
I love it.
That's the one I'm wondering. I think Brandon Young's pretty good. He's on our type. He's
very interesting.
Don't look at what he did like the other day. He struggled in the last game he pitched for the time, but he's been doing good up until then. I hope they give him a chance.
Yeah,
I do. I'm like, man, maybe can he help? Can he I
really like him.
I
think he's the clear person that would be the next. Yeah. If anyone's going to come make a start, it's going to be him.
Can he be the Suarez? That's my question.
I would love it. I've been rooting for him for a while. He's been good.
I'm nervous about this, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, every time though, man, I'm watching a game like Sunday, and I'm like, okay, we're here.
We're back. I will say Sunday 5th inning, like after O'Neill hit that home run, and it was 6-3 or whatever. I was like, we are back.
Yeah,
because we just had we came back on Saturday. Sunday we came out early, put up a bunch of runs. The starting pitching did okay.
Yeah,
Povich was fine. Our bullpen was locked down up to the point, and then we blew it. And Soto can have his blow up game every once in a while if it's the 9-0 loss to Brandon Pfaadt. in the Mariners or not the Mariners. Sorry, the D-backs. But you can't do that when we're winning, and we need a win.
All right. So to wrap up, as if you're still with us and you're not depressed, I want to do one more thing. So this is the series we have going. We're gonna find out where our team is by April 28th. Starting April 15th, we play the Guardians. We have a 3-game series against the Guardians. We then play the Reds, who bad offense. We have a 3-game series against the Reds. Then we have a 3-game series against the Nationals, 3-game series against the Tigers. One thing to remember, the Guardians and the Tigers are not the Guardians of the Tigers that they were last year at the end of the season. They're beatable. So then we have the Yankees on the 28th. So what I'm saying, okay, we've had a tough schedule. We have had a tough schedule.
We've had legitimate playoff contenders for every series.
So,
World Series contenders for some of them.
Right. So we're going to find out if we can go, let's see, we have 3, 6, 9, 12 games. We can go 9-12. Okay. But if we go anything less than that, if we can win 9 out of 12, that's what I meant. If we can win 9 out of 12 games.
If we get 9-3, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I honestly, if we can just make it above, I think if we can crawl back to 500, which we're 3 games back, 4 games back, or whatever we are right now. I think if we can at least just get above 500.
Yeah, I mean,
do it.
I know. I just look at the schedule, and you got to beat teams that you're better than. We're 6-9 right now. The good news is everybody in the AL East sucks right now. The Yankees are 9-7. We're 2.5 back. We're a 5-game hot streak away from taking first place in the AL East.
Yeah, easily.
But the biggest thing I'm noticing, man, is I look at fantasy baseball. And that's how I determine how good I am is my runs scored. The Yankees have scored 99 runs, and which is a lot. They're one of the best in baseball. The Orioles have scored 66. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Our runs against are better than the Yankees. If you want to, the Yankees have let up have let up 78 runs, and we've let up 70.
Yeah, I mean, if it makes you feel better, we have the second worst starter ERA. The Yankees were. I think we're like 5.38 and they're 5.4.
What's the difference, Elijah? Like billions.
Billions, obviously. No, I'm going to be honest. The difference is Marcus Stroman.
Yeah, for real. We have Charlie Morton. They have Marcus Stroman. Both used.
Well, at least Marcus Stroman did just get put on the IL, so they don't have to deal with him anymore.
Yeah.
Can we phantom IL Charlie Morton?
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll just run a 3-man rotation out there.
Right.
We'll do college baseball. That's what they do.
But, I mean, like I said, before you freak out and say we're not real Orioles fans, I'm such a real Orioles fan that I get so frustrated. I'm just so worried. Are you not worried? If you're listening, are you not worried that we're falling back to what we used to be? Like not from a long time ago either. Like 4 years ago.
No.
Like,
I think the only people that aren't worried just started watching Orioles baseball like in 2022, 23.
Like, I just don't understand. Like, the guys that get me are the ones that want to dog on Orioles fans. I don't go online and discuss anything.
Yeah.
But I see people that are frustrated. And there's some people that just can't understand their frustration. Like, what type of positive outcome have you seen over the years that would give you an amazing thought?
Nothing. No.
Like, I'm just the opposite. I'm like, oh, man. Okay, so before we jump off, okay, the biggest thing is I love the people on our team. Just like I love the people from the old world. You know what I mean? I believe in mainly my whole lineup, right? I want to believe, at least. I don't believe in hardly any of our pitching. Elijah, do you believe in Adley Rutschman?
Absolutely.
Ryan Mouthcastle?
Yep.
Okay, Holiday, Westberg, right?
Yeah.
Gunnar Henderson, obviously.
Yeah.
Cowser, O'Neill, Kershed. Cedric Mullins, Tyler O'Neill. Obviously, we believe in these guys, right?
Yeah.
The issue isn't that I don't believe in these guys. The issue is I don't think if we can fill that circle. Can we get a full? JD Martinez, you are on the free agent market, and you could be a great DH for us. But that it won't.
No, I guarantee you want to know why that wouldn't happen, because the Orioles would get him was like, well, analytically speaking, you're like 40, so that means your OPS is sought to decrease by 2.3% from the season 4 years ago, which means that you're going to be this much below league average, which means you're only worth this much money, which
if he was a starting
not worth what you are.
If he was a starting pitcher, he would have been.
Oh, he'd be on our team already. Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
JD Martinez, do you want to pit? Do you want to play baseball still? Get in the bullpen wherever you're living right now. Get some tosses in. If you can get that ball.
If you can throw 91 will take you.
Gosh.
That's where we love our fastballs.
All right, guys, remember, if you want to get in on the discussion or let us know what you want us to talk about, you can always email us at Eutaw Street Banter at eutawstreetbanter@gmail.com. We are also on Facebook. We're on Twitter or X, whatever you call it. We're on all those sites, TikTok. But yeah, please follow us on all our socials. That way you can kind of keep up with us. We put some fun clips on throughout the week also. Please make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube also if you want to see our face. And if you don't want to see our face, or if you just want to listen in the car, we're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So we can't wait to see you next week. We truly hope that we have amazing news to talk about. I promise, me and Elijah want to be positive. Our goal is to be positive. This whole podcast was us trying to be positive. We tried our best.
No, if we're being honest, we started this podcast a little over, a year and a few months ago. And we were coming off, obviously, bad playoffs. But still, we were the best we've felt as Orioles fans in years. And I felt like we've just been slowly going downhill ever since.
Yeah.
Since about July last year.
Yeah, I just feel like the people that don't see this are the people that don't watch Orioles games. But we're done. Thank you so much for listening. Appreciate all of you guys, and we'll see you next week. Thank you guys.
See ya.